Hi, and welcome to Weekly Coldplay, a weekly podcast all about, you guessed it, Coldplay. My name is Monica,
And my name is Daniel.
and we're your hosts. We're huge Coldplayers, and we just thought of like a really cool way. We thought that this would be a really cool way to, I don't know, give you guys the news, the lowdown, and just kind of like talk all about Coldplay because that's all I ever want to talk about. And I thought this would be
That's
a
all
really
you
fun
ever
and cool format.
that's all you ever do talk about.
That is true. All right. um. All right. So speaking of what we're going to talk about, today we're going to talk about the big news, which is MUSiC and FLIFIL, also known as "Feels Like I'm Falling in Love," their lead single from MUSiC. We're also gonna have some show updates. Coldplay are currently on tour, so we are going to have a little bit show by show updates and see what's been going on at the Coldplay shows. And the last thing will be speculation and spoilers for the new album. Obviously, if you don't want to stick around for that part because you want, MUSiC to be a surprise, that's totally cool. We love to speculate. We want to know what's gonna be happening with the new album, and then we're gonna be super wrong about it. But it's fine. um,
At least
but
we'll be
yeah,
wrong in a fun and entertaining way.
yeah, you know, you will be. I'll just be annoying about it. I'm sure. No, just kidding. It's all fun. It's all entertaining. All right. Let's start with some introductions. Who are we? All right. Who am I? All right.
Who are
Two
you?
four six 24601. No, my name is Monica. I'm a huge co-player. I've been a co-player since 2008. That is 16 years. That's a full teenager. Um, and yeah, I've loved the band since I heard Viva La Vida. Um, and I haven't stopped loving the band. I've seen them 5 times. Once in the Milo Xyloto tour, and then I skipped a Head Full of Dreams tour. I'm from Houston. If you know, you know. And I've seen the Mott's tour, the Music of the Spheres tour, 4 times. Once in Houston, once in Seattle, and twice in the Philippines this year, which was so much fun. Um, yeah, I think that's all my Coldplay credentials. I used to have a Coldplay Tumblr, um, the dash coldplayers.tumblr.com. Yeah. Anyway, super embarrassing part of my life. I loved every minute though. Anyway, what about you, Daniel? Who are you?
Well, my name's Daniel. Uh, I have been a Coldplay fan for somewhere between 6 months and a year. It's hard to pinpoint the exact spot because it's like a frog in a pot of boiling water situation. And in this scenario, I get to be the frog, and the pot of boiling water is Monica relentlessly talking to me about Coldplay at work. And then
Mm-hmm.
I start listening to Coldplay and enjoying it casually, and then enjoying it more than casually, and then being quite not normal about it. Um, Much to the annoyance of every other person I interact with.
Yeah,
But
no, it's much annoyance for everybody who is around us, right? Who's not into Coldplay. We're just a loud, just echo chamber, just going back and forth.
it was great
um,
when we still worked together because none of our other coworkers stood a chance. Uh,
oh, 100%. We're kind of like a tour de force. Yeah, but I just let the record show. Okay, I want this on the record that I got Daniel into Coldplay. All right.
I don't think that was even up for debate. Uh,
No, no, no. I'm talking to Phil right now. I'm telling them to put that on the next record on Moon Music 2 or whatever. That's gonna be on the next record. That's what I mean.
oh, I see, I see.
Just yeah. Just
But
start the track with Monica got Daniel into Coldplay.
But yeah, depending on the way you experience the flow of time, I've seen like 35 concerts, or I've seen zero if you experience the flow of time the same way we do. Where
Hmm.
as of yet, I have not seen them live. But next year, all I'm going to do is see Coldplay
Hmm.
live. Nothing else. I will
Yeah,
spend
that's it.
every other moment asleep.
Nice. Yeah,
Take me
yeah.
out of
Literally
cryogenic
same.
suspension just to watch Coldplay.
Yeah, we're actually gonna record the podcast live. We're gonna while in the middle, like, sorry, there's just like this grating noise going on right now. Anyway,
Oh yeah, that's just
and the
Angel
grating noise
Moon.
is Chris Martin. Oh, this Angel Moon. Oh, Miss Girl, we got lots more to talk about with Angel Moon. But all right, let's get into it. Moon music out October 4th. Daniel, how do you feel about this?
I'm really excited. As someone who's like gotten into Coldplay recently, it's my first time having like new music, new albums come out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's an
I
exciting
am
time.
relentlessly optimistic about all of it. Um, I think it looks cool. I think the vibes are cool. I think it is going to be the the coolest album I've
Yeah.
ever heard in my life. It's going
Oh,
to
in
be
your life.
100% perfect.
Oh,
And if there's a
that's oh
single
man,
problem,
that's high. That's
I will
you can't say that.
never
You're gonna
listen to
scare them. You're
Coldplay
gonna
again.
no, because if Chris is listening right now, you're scaring him right now, and that's gonna we're trying
Good, he
we're
should
trying to
be
be
scared.
friends. You should be scared. All right. Um. Um. All right. So Moon Music is coming out. If you haven't seen on their website, they have like a million copies. Some on their website and then some like exclusives to like other stores. I already have purchased six, and I still have two more to purchase. So that's gonna be the Eco CDs, like the regular ones. And then there's the notebook, the fancy notebook ones, where you get like a demo and something else, voice recordings. It's like this whole thing, and doodles. You get like a little sketchbook. It's like if anybody remembers, the Milo Xylodo, like deluxe pop up book. It's gonna be similar to that, but we're actually getting voice recordings and demos now. I actually have that.
Well, that's
That's
that. So the LP one comes with the phone recordings and demos,
like
but the
mm.
CD with the notebook just has the notebook. It doesn't have the demos and phone
Oh,
recordings.
okay. Well, then get the LP then.
Well, I
All
didn't
right.
because I'm just gonna listen to
Oh,
yours.
yeah, yeah. And I have to get everything because I have a problem. And then there was the Spotify fans first one, which is sold out, but I was able to cop one. And then the Amazon one, which is a beautiful translucent blue. I'm like obsessed with it. One from HMV. That's one of the ones I haven't ordered yet because it's from the overseas. And that one's yellow. And then an indie
It was
record
all
store
yellow.
exclusive. Yeah, it was all yellow. I already have a yellow record from Coldplay, the 20th anniversary of Parachutes. So now I'm doubling up. I'm gonna act like that's a problem, like I don't want it. But yeah. So HMV is yellow, and then the indie record store one is red. And that one I haven't bought yet either. So yeah, and along with the LPs, you're also gonna get free moon goggles, whatever that is. Super questionable. I don't quite know. Are they goggles specifically for the moon? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like on Earth they don't work. You have to go to the moon. Like you have to be on the moon to have them work. Coldplay is flying us all out to the moon. That's what's actually happening.
That's so sweet of them.
I know. Yeah. Here's the thing. We're all just gonna be packed. Everybody who bought an album is going to be packed into one giant spaceship, and then one giant Coldplay spaceship, and then we're gonna be ascended to the moon. um. All right.
I
What else? Yeah. What?
I have only bought two copies because I do volunteer work for no money right now. And once again,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how you experience the flow of time, I may have already spent all of my money on seeing Coldplay many times.
All right. The next thing is a big one as well. If everybody remembers in the Everyday Life booklet, everybody get theirs out right now. open to the middle page. It's like a little hymnal. You open to the middle page, and right where the staple is. All right, you're gonna see a car. You're gonna see a billboard that says "Music of the Spheres," and to the side it's gonna say there's a car. But yeah, if everybody remembers that, which I'm sure everybody does, the car license plate said FFTF 2024. It is now finally 2024. It's like opening up a time capsule. It's now 2024, and we have
we
found out what FFTF finally means.
we got
What
three
does it
out
mean,
of the
Daniel?
four letters right. In all of the
Yeah.
speculation, everyone got three out of the four letters right. But we
Mhm.
missed the all important first F. It's a film for the future,
Yeah, and we
2024.
will definitely yeah, we will definitely talk more about like about it in the speculation part, but a little bit of it is it's just like a little trailer if you haven't seen it yet. It's a little trailer intercut with like parts of like a Coldplay concert in between with like parts of real life, everyday life. You may you know
Everyday life.
infer.
That's a Coldplay song.
Well, it's a Coldplay album. It's a whole album,
It's
Daniel.
also a Coldplay song. The thing I said was factual.
I know. I was also stating facts. Anyway, um another thing posted was by a sound designer, right?
Yeah, she is a sound
Uh
designer, Michelle Guadalupe.
yeah, she posted onto her Instagram a video of her and Chris listening to moon music, and there's a little bit of snippets there of a moon music. You hear a little bit of FLIFIL, and then you hear of whatever else moon music is,
And
and
you
it
watch
sounds
Chris
real
just
funky.
vibing out.
Yes. Yeah, it sounds real good. And we'll talk more about that later as well. And lastly, we want to talk about in moon music um, news here is ocean cleanup. The what where Coldplay had been working with a company, yeah, a company that Coldplay had been working with to, as the name says, clean up the ocean. They've been you know taking out plastic and trash and debris, and they used all that plastic, trash, and debris into making the Moon Music vinyls, which is super cool. That is awesome. I'm
Specifically,
glad.
it's the notebook LP that is made with river
Yeah,
plastic. The other ones
yeah,
are made with recycled plastic, and the CDs are setting like an industry standard for like using recycled materials, but specifically the notebook
mm-hmm.
LP is recycled from plastic pulled out of rivers by ocean cleanup.
Yeah. I see. I didn't know all that, so thank you, Daniel. I knew it was like. Well, okay. I knew that it was the clear one for sure, but I wasn't. I didn't know if it was like all of them. But so thank you for clearing that up for me. Um, but yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool. I love what they've been doing with the Mott's tour, and with ocean cleanup, and just being sustainable overall. It's really great. Like it makes me feel like really good to see the band. Um, and also what I really mean to mention with that is the song One World was included into that little snippet. Into that little video, which is super cool. Like it sounds very good. Um, yeah, and my voice is somewhere in there probably, or will be. Yeah, that's right. I'm on Moon Music. I'm actually on Moon Music twice. So, no big deal, but you're literally talking to a celebrity. You're literally talking to a member of Coldplay right now.
We're all members of Coldplay. We're all
What?
one big band.
No, I want to be just a member of Coldplay.
That's not very Coldplay of you.
Huh? That's not very love of you. No, just kidding. Yes, we are all one big band, as Coldplay have said. All right, next thing. We're on to the next thing. That's gonna be FLIFIL. Feels Like I'm Falling in Love, the lead single from Moon Music. Oh boy, what a song! What a song! I mean, just from whenever they had teased the video like a couple of weeks ago, I knew it was gonna be all in. There's something so uplifting about the song, you know?
Oh, for sure. Um, it's very fun to listen to. I have been
Mm.
listening to it on my bike a lot. I have a helmet that plays music. Um,
Oh, that's perfect.
and I've been listening to it on my bike rides, and it's really fun. And I like hit the handlebar at the right moment. I have listened to this song a possibly embarrassing amount of times since it released. Um,
No, it's none of it is embarrassing. I mean, I've also listened to it a lot. I on my drive to and from like my friend's house and whatnot. I am just listening to it on a loop. It's
for the
just again, as we said, it's a really uplifting song.
for the first time in our friendship, it's possible that there's a Coldplay song I've listened to more times than you.
You probably have. I haven't been able to listen to it a lot.
Wow.
I just haven't. I mean, I've been working. All right, I listen. I have to work to get my money to go to the Coldplay concerts, okay, and to get Moon music. um, yeah. Well, okay. Jokes on you. I'm actually listening to it right now in my head.
Well, that's me
Always
too.
in my head.
Um,
All right. Yeah. I think what I really like about the song, other than it being like uplifting, but something about it that feels like it's at like I'm sitting down and I'm watching like a coming of age film, and it's like towards like the third act where like something traumatic happened to the character, but now it's all fine, and the character is like listening to the song and it's just uplifting. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how that song makes me feel. It's giving me main character energy. um
I mean, it feels like it's like the overall message is one of hope and embracing that like hope and love, and those
mhm.
feelings, despite the risk of getting hurt or, um, having your heart broken. It says it's worth it
Mhm.
anyway. It's worth it to fall in love, even if it could hurt or break your heart or leave you torn apart. It's still worth it.
Oh yeah. Ugh, beautiful, beautiful words. Also the moon music. Sorry, the moon music. My bad. The music video. I'm talking about moon music so much.
The
The
moon
music
music
video.
video, they filmed it on the moon.
Yeah, of course. No, that was Champion of the World. That was the one that they filmed on the moon. Um,
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
yeah. The music video that they filmed in Athens after their concerts there, will be coming out soon. We don't know when. Phil said in a few days. I don't know. Just just
Whenever
a
he
little bit.
feels like it.
Yeah. Whenever. I mean, it could be out right now. While we're talking, it could be out right now, or depending on when you're listening to this, it could be out right now. Who knows, right? But yeah, I'm super excited for the music video. It looks super cool. They had like new outfits, that Guy had made, of course. And they're all light up. It's super cute. I'm excited. The Xylo bands look great. Looked like there was like a projection onto the building, which also looked really cool with the lyrics as well. So yeah,
Oh, I love the
the
visuals
music
they
video.
put up when they when
Mm-hmm.
they play it live.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Um, but yeah, more of my opinions on FLIFIL. I like the subtleness of it. Like when it starts, like the small like synths, that it kind of starts with. It's I don't know. It's just really calming. Like I like it, and then whenever like at the very end, whenever it hits like the big, ah la 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 lo, and then like Will's drums come in. The other night I was just sobbing. I was sobbing when I got to that part because it just felt so empowering. It was so good. I don't know. I was just deeply moved about the song.
Well, that's
I was
because Will is
deeply
the
moved.
best.
Yeah. Let the record show as well. It's gonna be on the next record. um, that that Daniel's favorite is Will. My favorite is Johnny. All
My
right, we
favorite is
gotta write
also
that down.
Guy and
Okay,
Chris
but
and Will
okay,
and Phil.
listen. Okay, no, okay, listen. If I had to rank them, Daniel, it's Johnny, Phil, and then everybody else because I can rank them. You're on the equal plane. Johnny's my favorite.
For
Okay.
right now, I remember your when all you would talk about was Guy. It was your phone
Okay, that was around
background.
Seattle, and he looked at me. Okay, he looked at me in all three shows. He looked at me in Houston. He looked at me in Seattle, and he looked at me in the Philippines. Okay, okay, Daniel, don't be jealous, cause guys just be looking at me. All right,
Okay, I'm happy for you.
I'm guy's favorite. Clearly, clearly. Anyway,
You can cut this off.
no, no, this is all going in. This I need everyone to know. I'm clearly guy's favorite.
Including Chris.
Include yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. um. All right. Now it's that
Oh,
part of
I
the
have
show
one
where
last question
we're
for you about the new single,
yeah
which is
yeah go on.
which title do you think is better, FLIFIL or Feels Like I'm Falling in
FLIFIL. 100%.
Love?
It's
Okay,
more fun to say.
me too. FLIFIL, it reminds me of like marshmallow fluff. I don't like FLIFIL.
Well, a lot of people compare it to falafel.
Oh, I
Some people
know.
also compare it to falafel.
I was thinking of Fluffernutters.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next thing that we are going to talk about today is kind of is the other news. So Global Citizen, Coldplay have played there before in 2015, I think. It was like Head Full of Dreams era. They played like Amazing Day there. But Global Citizen's happening again, and it's going to be in New York. And Chris will make an appearance. I don't know if he's actually going to be, performing. I don't, or if he's just presenting something. I don't know because it didn't.
It's just
The
popping
way
by to
that
say
like the
cheers, mate.
yeah exactly the because like the way that the Instagram post was worded, it just made it sound like will just show up and be there and not sing or anything,
Yeah, he's just
which is
popping
fine.
by to say cheers, mate, like I said.
Yeah. uh yeah, so if you happen to be in New York in September 28th, then you should probably stop by wherever this it's held at some park. I don't know which park. I've been to New York twice.
Yeah, that's
But the
my
Instagram post was
birthday.
made. Yeah, I know.
We should go to New
It's either
York.
I we'll talk about this later. um, but yeah, it should be pretty cool. I think Post Malone is supposed to be there. Hugh Jackman is hosting. Some other people there too. The Instagram post is by Global Citizen, so you could check that out. Next bit of news, it's also about touring and seeing Coldplay, is that on Coldplay's website, under touring, you can now request shows, um, which is super cool. I requested Austin, Texas, because I just really like that place, and they never played there unless it's like Austin City Limits,
Plus,
which I don't think
they need Chris's help. They need Chris to come keep them weird. They need the weirdos to come keep them
exactly.
weird.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you can request any show from any place, you know, in the world. Everybody requests the moon. I think everybody should actually request the moon.
The website does in fact have a filter that will stop you from putting in anything that's not a valid city on the planet of Earth.
Oh. Okay, well I'm just gonna tweet at Coldplay play on the moon. um Actually, you know, speaking of, because what I originally wanted to request was NASA. Um, because I've been wanting ever since the whole Music of the Spheres, planet, space era that Coldplay are in right now. I wanted Coldplay to play at NASA in Houston. Um, and I still really, really want that. They've had concerts there before. I would also like to put out there that I got connections. Probably, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But like,
I have
Phil,
connections
call
too.
me. Oh, see, look, let's see.
Look, between the two of us,
We,
and then,
uh huh.
the Wednesday night people.
Yes, exactly. Um, yeah, we are NASA. We are actually
Basically.
we're the moon. Actually, we are the moon. Play our music.
Yeah, Monica is the dark side because she's so
Hmm.
cool and mysterious.
I don't know about all that. Anyway, no, but for real, Phil, if you're listening, I do. I got the hookup at NASA. All right. I'm just saying, it would be a really cool place for moon music.
Music
Anyway,
of the moon.
on to show updates. All right, Daniel, can you tell us what's been going on with the shows here lately?
All right, well, we can go through night by night.
Yeah.
So they went back on tour again. Uh, well,
Woohoo!
okay. First, this isn't in our notes, but I feel like it needs a mention for our first episode. Because right before they went
Hmm.
back on tour, they played a concert for BBC Radio 1 big
Oh my
weekend.
god.
And
Yeah.
a
You
couple
already know where
interesting
this is
things
going.
happened. First off, they played Magic with Sabrina
Sabrina
Carpenter.
Carpenter.
Yeah, sorry, I blanked
Yeah.
on that. I don't know why I've been listening to the same like three songs by her on loop all weekend. Not necessarily of my own volition. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, but uh
Yeah.
uh and also Chris debuted a brand new song. Very
Oh my
exciting news.
god.
It's a great song and let the record show
Mhm.
because it's going to be on the next record. Um
Mhm.
that uh I was born loving Luton Town FC. They debuted a new song called Orange, the long-awaited
Uh huh.
sequel to Yellow.
Of course. Yeah, and it's only for Luton Town. So yeah, if you're not actually from Luton Town, you're not allowed to listen to it.
What's
So
the name of the city,
you
Luton
know.
Town? No, but it's only for Luton
Yeah,
Town.
exactly. I don't know. I don't know nothing. No, it was a cute little song. I thought between like the context of what the actual song is about, um, it was cute. We were all expecting something like FLIFIL, but I mean we got that like a week later, so it's fine. Um, but yeah, all right. The actual shows, Daniel.
Okay, so they went to Athens, Greece, a place I
Hmm.
have technically never been to. Um, Night one started off really strong, with Songbook. They did not play Everglow. They played a different song that started with Ever. They played Everyday Life. And and then Chris
Everyday life.
and then Chris forgot all the words. And the fan also forgot all the words. But it was still lovely and I enjoyed it. And also I think right before that, there was a Coldplay extra fan meetup, Brothers, or I'm just gonna say Warner. Warner flew people out,
Hmm.
and they heard Studio FLIFIL before the rest of us got to hear it. Um,
Hmm.
and then night two, um, Beautiful ended early, and instead we got to hear a new song that we weren't supposed to hear until September called All My Love. Um, a very good song,
Yeah.
although I like FLIFIL more, but I haven't heard, the full studio All My Love yet. So
Exactly. Yeah.
then they went
But
off
I
to
mean,
Bucharest. Oh,
Hmm.
sorry, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, but I mean, I always like the more upbeat songs, more. So, but I mean,
Well,
we'll see what what All My Love Studio has to offer. So,
we can get into this more, but in like
mhm,
a half a minute. But the version of All My Love, Athens Night 2, was just Chris on piano.
mhm,
And so there was also that it's not like the full band playing. So then they went to Bucharest. For songbook, they played Lost. But again, we're having amazing songbook choices.
mhm.
They brought on a local guest who played Manele music. Um, he was booed off of the stage. Um, they did not play Human Heart that night, but what they did
Mhm.
play was People of the Pride, Clocks, Charlie Brown, and Politic in that order, which is Monica's dream blunt rotation.
It really is. I mean, that is just. I would just be bopping the entire time. Like, oh my goodness. People of the Pride, Clocks, Charlie Brown, and Politics. Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, that's good stuff. And no human heart, no hate to human heart, but I just want to be bopping at a Coldplay show. I know that it needs its slow moments, but ugh,
So for
it was so
a
good.
little bit of a little bit of context about the special guest. Manele is a type of music. Uh, it is like mainstream popular, like with people who want to listen to it, but there are like high class society people who look down on it as a lesser form of music. There's
Hmm.
claims that it's too simple, the lyrics have poor grammar, and a lot of this tends to be rooted in racism against the Roma people, because those are typically the people who sing these songs, and it's based off of their folk music. And so when this guest was brought on, uh, he was immediately booed off the stage. This was someone who Chris had just heard singing on the street. Well,
No, it was
he's also, yeah, I
it
think you
wasn't.
said that to me at one point, but I don't think
Yeah,
that's true.
no. So it was a little bit mixed up here. There was a guy that Chris did see sing on the street, but that was not the guy that they brought on. The guy is a small like artist, like an actual like artist, but not.
Y-
It wasn't the guy
Yeah,
that
because
Chris had seen.
I heard somewhere else that this artist like does have like a pretty decent following
Yeah.
in Romania. Um,
Mhm.
but Chris knew bringing the guy on that this type of music, there was some controversy around it in Romania, but he was not expecting that amount of a reaction. The second night, Chris gave a little speech and told
Mhm.
everyone that he was thinking about it and he decided, as the audience, he loves them all unconditionally. Um,
Mhm.
but he's gonna do whatever he wants. But also they did a bad job booing, so he asked them to try harder, and they booed
Yeah.
him really loud. Um, and then he brought the same guy back, and he played
Everybody
a song
cheered.
on C stage, and everyone cheered.
Mhm. Yeah. It was awesome. So
Yeah.
good on Chris. That's some good stuff. All
Now
right, let's talk about Budapest now.
the
The
big
good
night,
stuff.
Budapest Night One. First off, for songbook, already we're eating like kings. We've got Till Kingdom Come, and then Chris
Mm-hmm.
forgot how the rest goes and decided to play Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis.
Well, it's because the fan had a sign that said "Don't look back in anger," and it's like it's pretty much the full song. And I will say, because it's kind of like a weird moment for me, because whenever I was preparing for my songbook sign in in Seattle, I was like, you know what? It'd be kind of funny if I put, "Don't look back in anger" on my sign. But then I decided against it. I put another song in there. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that on night 3. but um, but yeah, just hearing him play it after me not putting on my sign, I was like, oh, I find it very funny that I wasn't the only person who had the thought of putting "Don't look back in anger" on the sign. I don't know. It's a weird kind of serendipity moment, I guess. But very good.
Oh,
It was a very good cover.
also before the concert, they sound checked Arabesque. Um,
Mm-hmm. The
and
good
that was the
stuff.
night that they all showed up with cool new MUSiC outfits. I
All
guess I
designed
probably
by
should have
Guy.
mentioned at when I was talking about BBC Radio 1 or Athens Night 1, but they've also changed like some of the look of the stage and the equipment
Mm-hmm.
already for MUSiC, which is
It
very
looks so
exciting.
cool.
Um, but the biggest thing was at the end of the show, after Fix You and before Beautiful, they played Feels Like I'm Falling in Love live for the first time several days before the debut. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the whole song. It
Yeah.
sorry,
And it
I'm
was
just
so good.
it was so good. And it was so good. And it was all
Yeah.
yellow.
Yeah. It's gonna be it's gonna be very good live. I cannot wait to actually hear it live. Um
It,
all
it's
right.
gonna be especially good live once we all know when to clap.
Yes, exactly. Again, everybody, we're gonna practice right now. Feels like I'm falling in love. All right, I need everyone to practice that. All right.
Okay, so the
uh, yeah.
night two, there was a listening party that heard Feels Like I'm Falling in Love and Eterna. Um, they sound checked a new song from and with much cross referencing. I'm pretty confident it is the same as one of the short snippets in the video with the sound designer that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
for songbook, they played Shiver, um, which I would love to see Shiver live. But I don't necessarily think I would love to see Shiver live as songbook. I want to see the whole band play Shiver. Um, and they played Feels Like I'm Falling in Love Again, and they did not do Beautiful. The Weirdos had been defeated.
Mm-hmm.
And then
By FLIFIL.
Budapest Night 3, the for soundcheck they did All My Love with the full band, which I will say after listening to that soundcheck with the full band, it made me a lot more like excited for it. Like I liked it when I heard just Chris playing piano, but the full band
Mm-hmm.
got me really excited. They also soundchecked Everything's Not Lost. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then Monica, do you want to talk about their songbook song?
So the song that I had on my sign in Seattle was Gravity. And when Chris was reading all the signs during the songbook time in Seattle, I saw him look at my sign and immediately dart his eyes away. Literally, it was like the quickest yup, yeet. Like I am not looking at your sign. I'm not acknowledging it. I'm not acknowledging your existence at all. He played Gravity that night. In night 3, I'm I'm very happy for the people in Budapest. They ate so well. Um, I wish I could eat well as well. Um, no, but
Yeah,
that was super cool that they play Gravity and like Crystal knows how to play Gravity. You know, that's just noted. That's noted for next time. All right. I'm just gonna keep
and they
bringing that
also
sign.
they kept Fliffle as the finale. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't play Beautiful, but the Weirdos did make an appearance during Fix You, which is an
Mm-hmm.
interesting place for them to turn up. But good for them.
Yeah. They just wanted to fix you.
And as of right now, when we're recording, they're in Lyon, France. Um, they just wrapped up night two.
Mm-hmm.
Not much happened, Lyon night one. But today there was a listening party that got to hear Eterna and I'm a Mountain, um,
Yeah, we don't
which
know what that means, but
it
apparently it's
means
a song
Chris
called "I'm a
Martin
Mountain."
is a mountain. I don't know
Oh,
what you're
I
so
don't.
confused about so much.
All right.
It's quite straightforward. Also, Chris wore a new shirt. Um,
Oh yeah. Oh, listen. All right. No, this is my time to talk now. Listen, that shirt it was on C stage. It means so much to me. It really is. Like I am personally affected by that shirt. It's so good.
All right,
It's
all
it
right.
just looks very good at Chris. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm
Settle
gonna say.
down.
Also, we want to know because they've been playing Eterna in like during Light Club, but at during the listening parties, people have been hearing Eterna in full, the full song, because we're only hearing a snippet during Light Club. It's a whole thing, which I didn't even know. I didn't even realize that it was. So that's super cool. I'm super excited about that because I am once again I am bopping to Eterna. I love that song.
Yeah, and then
All
night
right,
three
yeah,
is Tuesday.
yeah. It's
Do you have Tuesday
Tuesday.
off? Can you follow the
I
show
do.
and tell me what happens?
Yes, and we'll keep everybody updated on what's been going on in the shows in next week's podcast as well, if anything interesting happens. Um, all right, so this next bit is gonna be a little bit different. So um, you know how most podcasts they have sponsors and all that, which is really cool. But obviously, we're a brand new podcast, and we also want to do something a little bit different with our show. So we wanted to highlight different charities around the globe, local, all that good stuff. Um, and today, would you like to speak about which charity we chose, Daniel?
Yeah, so the charity that we're highlighting is called the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. You can find them online at pcrf.net. And they do a lot of things. They've been doing things for a while, but obviously right now there are situations where they are having to provide a lot of immediate relief.
Mm-hmm.
Some highlights of things that they've done recently is during Eid, they had an entertainment event for children and passed out pastries.
Mm-hmm.
They have been giving out food parcels and diapers, essential medicine, water, um, a lot of, or like there was some children who lost their hearing aids during raids on Gaza, and they were able to get them replacement hearing aids. Um, they send doctors, like pediatric doctors, to work with children. Um, they have chapters all over the world, so you can see if there's like a chapter near you that you can get in touch with. You can donate to them. Um, they have been doing a lot of really amazing things.
Mm-hmm. And we really do support them. And what's their website? How can you reach them and donate
Yeah.
if you can?
I did already say it, but I'll repeat it. It's the
Yeah.
pcrf.net.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah,
And we'll
please
put it in
please
the
check them out.
episode description.
Yes, we sure will. Um, all right, and then this is the part where if you don't want any album spoilers or whatever,
You can
then
skip
you
to
could peace
insert
out.
timestamp here.
Well, the insert stamp time here would just be pausing and then I don't know, coming back after October 4th. uh, Should you imagine just having like your app open, whatever you're listening to this on, just having it open and just pausing and just like, oh yeah, let me just go back to that and then pressing play again, just to see what if we're right or wrong about stuff. um,
We're right
but yeah,
about everything because, Monica,
uh,
I never told you this, but I'm Phil Harvey.
oh my God, Phil, listen, I'm a big fan. You're my favorite. Forget about
I
whatever I
know.
said earlier about Johnny and Chris's
Look,
shirt.
I
Like,
saw you in Seattle. Frankly,
oh yeah. God, that was like the most embarrassing moment in my life. I'm not- we'll talk about that at another later day. Like I cannot talk about it right now. I'm too traumatized. um,
yeah, it's too
but
soon.
anyway, yeah. But anyway, if you're listening now and you don't want any album spoilers, we will see you next week and we'll talk more about more Coldplay news. Thank you for listening. But if you want to stick around and hear our speculations about the new album, Hi, hello, how are you? We're gonna talk about that right now. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so the video posted by Michelle Guadalupe that we talked about earlier had a bunch of snippets, as we said, and we just want to talk a little bit more about like the sounds of the snippets, because the song that plays right after FLIFIL, I have not been able to get out of my head because it's so funky. It's like it has like really just like
Monica,
deep deep drums.
Monica, you have to do the thing now. You have to sing the
All
thing.
right. Well, okay. When Chris was listening to it, he started going bam blam dum 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 dum, and I've been singing that almost every day ever since I heard it. It's so
That's
good.
her
And I
everyday
know
life.
that's yeah, that is my everyday life. And I know that it's that part is not going to be on the record because it was Chris actually singing in the video, but like I wish
Yeah, we're
that it was
going off
cuz
the
like there's
record
something
here.
about it. Yeah, yeah, this is off the record. But it just sounded so good. And everything else, there was like this one where like it was like a big hit and Chris reacted to it and he fell over and it was adorable. Um that was that also sounded incredible and I know I'm going to get super emotional listening to that. Um yeah, but also in the video you could see that there was a whiteboard, a very blurry whiteboard.
Well, there's
Um
like two different surfaces with things written on them.
No. Well, yeah, but still, um,
I,
it's
I
all
only
very
bring
blurry
it
and you
up
can't really read it.
because, for example, one of the things we're going to talk about is ICO, and that is written
Hmm.
on both different surfaces.
Yeah, and Aiko, if you've been around in the Coldplay sphere, um, the Coldplay of the spheres, if you will, um, Aiko has been a talked about song since the Milo Xyloto era. It was written down in I think it's in the pop up book that I mentioned earlier. I think it's in that. Otherwise, like it has just kind of been popping in and out in places during like the MX era. So
Monica,
it's
just
really
go
cool
check
that it's
right
back
now.
again. It's literally I have no lights in my room. It's me and this bright computer screen. So I'm not gonna check right now. I'll yeah, I'm sure I'm correct, but if I'm not, that's fine. Um, but yeah, it's really interesting to see Aiko there. So there are two sides to the whiteboard bit. It's a side with like the actual track listing of what all the songs will be. Um, and then the next one, wait, and when you can barely read it too, but I mean you can see songs like "We Pray," "One World,"
Which
"Fliffle," obviously.
we pray, if you don't know this already, is on Chris's new guitar. It's
Mhm.
written in Arabic on
Mhm.
the guitar.
Yeah, which is super cool. Um, yeah. I forgot like what other songs. Jupiter, obviously. But
Rainbow
yeah, on the
emoji,
other side, yeah, the rainbow emoji because he can't
which
get away from those emojis.
we might know what the rainbow emoji song is called, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. All right. So the next, so the side that's right next to it has Ico on it. Has also has Eterna, and I'm a mountain? Question
Which
mark?
was
Question mark?
we couldn't read it until today. We got the context that there is a song called I'm a Mountain, and now
Mm-hmm.
upon closer inspection.
Yeah, that's definitely what it says. Which should be interesting, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited. Apparently, people are having like really emotional reactions to it. So if people are having like regular emotional reactions to it, I'm gonna have an emotional reaction to it.
Oh, before we get into the other things that we have noted, I also want to
Mm-hmm,
mention, because this counts as like a speculation, but there
mm-hmm,
was a theory. Bliffle was released on June 21st. June 21st was a
mm-hmm,
full moon, specifically a strawberry moon.
mm-hmm.
And there was a theory that perhaps we will get more singles on full moon date. The next full moon being July 21st.
Yeah. So keep that calendar wait. Put that date in your calendars. That's what I mean.
Well,
And
some
also keep
calendars
your
show the
calendars.
moon phases.
Yeah, but like circle it or something. I don't know. Put like a little heart around it.
Yeah.
Um, possible single there. Uh, yeah, I forgot what other songs were on the side, but um, yeah. When was like the rainbow emoji slash neon forest? When was that?
So,
When
okay,
was that?
when someone tweeted at Phil asking about the music video,
Uh huh.
which I don't know. Okay, the June 20th,
Uh huh.
someone June 20th our time. So the FLIFIL was already out. Someone said the new song was a banger, and Phil replied that the music video would be coming in a few days, and someone else
Mm-hmm.
replied to Phil, update on Neon Forest question mark, and the response was just a rainbow emoji.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wow. So yeah, so I guess we're getting that on the album, and that either means that it's going to be on Moon Music, or that means that the rainbow emoji is called Neon Forest. I guess we don't
Which
know yet, but
if you
Phil loves to
don't
be cryptic.
if you don't know, Neon Forest is it's they've been doing this like little intro to Yellow at live
Mm-hmm.
shows that is called Neon Forest.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's
And
just part of a full song.
hopefully, we'll see.
Wait. Okay, insane theory that I'm lying
Okay,
about right
go
now.
for it.
But so if it's a rainbow emoji, and they're playing Neon Forest as the intro to Yellow, but it's the
Mm-hmm.
rainbow emoji, so the full Neon Forest is gonna be they're gonna have orange in there, and they're gonna release red
Oh
and
my
green,
god.
blue.
Oh my god. All right. You're gonna be kicked off this podcast, man. Oh. I'm just kidding. All right. All right. All right. Um yeah, I don't think there's much to talk about like in that video other than, the snippets of Moon Music sound phenomenal, and I'm jealous of all the people that get to hear Eterna in full. And oh
Monica,
yeah, that okay. So the side that so I was differentiating the sides. There was a point to that. So the side with Eterna, blah blah blah. I'm a mountain or whatever. I think that's gonna be an EP. People have saying that's gonna be an EP. I hope that it is. It's been a while since they've released an EP, so that would be really freaking awesome if true.
the other theory is that it might be possible B-sides.
Yes, that's true. So we'll see. We'll see if the B side's coming back or if they're just putting it all on an EP. Either way, I'll be happy with it because I'm very curious about. I'm a mountain. I
The
want to hear
Moon
it.
Goggles
I
EP.
want to be special. Yes. um. All right.
Uh,
Another thing that had happened during the shows was that they were showing like little flashes of cities. I don't know when this was, what part this was, but like the way that I was saying, like, because it was just photos of cities, and it looked like the bit of like, you know, the what what the videos are during Politic and Humankind because it's the same. It looked like it was just from that, but also maybe not. I don't know because I wasn't there at the show. I forgot what night that they showed this. I think it was like night one of Athens. Um,
it was really early because I remember you telling me about
yes,
it pretty early.
yeah, yeah. But I think yeah, because it showed somewhere in Tokyo, and it showed some like Washington D.C. and people were thinking that maybe it's like possible places that they can go back to
Well,
on tour,
also
which would
showed
be really freaking cool.
also Toronto.
Oh, Toronto, that's right.
Yeah.
Um, and that'd be really cool because I'd love to see Coldplay in Toronto. Um,
And
so
Washington,
yeah, so
D.C.
that's something.
and Tokyo.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, it's very convenient. I'm going to Tokyo next year, so yeah, that would be very convenient if I could see them next year. In Tokyo. I'm just putting that out there if Coldplay's listening. um,
On the record.
and then yeah, just on the record. Okay. Lastly, last thing is FFTF, the trailer for A Film for the Future. Um, And the short film that Coldplay had put out, it was on. It was it's the Naples uh video.
Yeah,
Um
a tribute to Napoli, Tutti Passa.
yeah, oh yeah, Napoli, that's what it is. I forgot. I knew it was something, but yeah, Tutti Passa. Um they're shot pretty identically. Like the use of film, I think it looked like a film camera. Um is I mean, it was also edited the exact same. Like, I think that maybe that was a little bit of snippet. Like, that short film was a snippet of what we are going to get with, um, FFTF. So that's super exciting. Also, I pointed this out. Okay, when Tutti Pasa came out, I was like, "There's something off about this," because it kept showing a girl with telekinesis, right?
Yeah.
Powers, telekinetic powers, um, and birds. And Coldplay has like a lot of connection with birds. Obviously, the song "Birds," "Up with the Birds."
Yeah, a lot of people say that birds are like not real and they're like a government conspiracy. Actually, Chris
Mm-hmm.
Martin is not real. He's a bird
Mm-hmm.
conspiracy.
Exactly, exactly. Um, but yeah, it just looked off, and it looked really like stylized and kind of like it felt like on purpose, like it was part of something bigger. So hopefully I'm right, and it looks like I'm looking to be correct, and that
There's
that
one
is
more
part of FFTF.
there's one more thing for speculations and spoilers that I forgot
Mm-hmm.
to add to the
What's up?
notes, which is that today someone, I think it was a tweet, posted that they had seen Phil wearing moon goggles and that they just look like
Mm-hmm.
paper glasses. Which is what I
Yeah.
expected, but not necessarily what Monica expected.
Listen, if listen, goggles are goggles, glasses are glasses, and
So
I'm gonna
my
stick. I'm gonna
theory
stick by that.
My theory about the moon goggles is that they in some way enhance some visual effect, and that specifically there will be decorations at the shows that will be enhanced by these glasses. Kind of like how if you go to the Meow Wolf and Grapevine,
Yeah.
you can buy special glasses that, and like at Santa Fe, you can get special glasses that like enhance the colors, and they have like a lot of places with colors that are going to be enhanced by these glasses. But you can also just wear them anywhere and see colors popping out at you.
No, I'm telling you right now, you have to wear them on the moon. You have to wear the glasses on the moon.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have to talk about. Um, yeah. Moon music is coming out. FLIFIL is awesome, and Coldplay are having shows. Is all we really have to take away right now. But thank you guys for listening. Um, and we'll be back. We'll be back next week with more Coldplay news. I'm Monica,
And I'm still Daniel.
and yeah, we are Weekly Coldplay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Love is the only answer.
Thank you for listening to Weekly Coldplay. For more Coldplay content from us, check us out on Twitter at Weekly Coldplay and Instagram at weekly.coldplay. That is weekly, period, Coldplay. And if you like what you hear, give us a follow on wherever you're listening to the podcast on. Thank you again, and we'll be back next week with more Coldplay news.